Vegas and Tampa in the Stanley Cup Final. It has been a very interesting journey up to this point. We've talked about it on so many occasions, the different iterations and changes that we've made to this team. I mean, the myriad of changes, the different iterations, there's so much has changed between the 2018-19 season and the 2024-25 season that it feels like the series has been longer than it has. We haven't even hit the decade mark. Thankfully, though, we've reached a cup final before that mark, when at a time it looked like that might not be the case. To call it the biggest episode of this series thus far would be an understatement, of course. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, though, let's get to a couple of your comments. Starting off with Cody with a K. Why do your parents dislike you? Vasi could win the Conn Smythe, and I would still be, he needs to be better, 0 out of 10 would trade. That's just rude and incorrect. I'm sorry, but he has an under 930 save percentage, or at least did for the majority of this. I'm actually not sure what it is right now, and the majority of goalies who win the cup have like a 940 and up. I'm just saying, at least in this game, of course. I'm just saying. So that is unfair. Cody with a K, if that is your real name. Tyler Moore, and how far away is Portland from Boston? Can't you use Google Maps on your own? Quit trying to force a certain segment out of what I do. Portland, Maine is roughly 107 miles away from Boston, Massachusetts. I meant Portland, Oregon. Nobody cares about Portland, Oregon. It's the second greatest Portland. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Nick Sullivan, loving this series. These players are jacked. Also, do you think you can do a Red Sox series on MLB? I'm not sure what we're going to do after the Red series. So maybe, possibly, potentially, there is that. The Incredible Jew. That's a name. That's also an avatar. Chicago's goalie name translate to boob in Finnish. All right. And Charles Vanas, you're a beast. I mean, that's debatable. Nice content, also debatable. The voice of YouTube. I mean, God help this platform if I am. Am I sleeping sometimes? No, I am actually the one person who doesn't have to sleep. As it turns out, drinking more Arnold Palmer half and half iced tea and lemonade than anybody else on the planet means you don't have to sleep anymore. You suddenly don't have to sleep anymore. It's a wonderful side effect. There you go. That's the secret as to why it's my favorite beverage. Joking aside, comments aside, in fairness, the rest of the comments were in reference to what to do with the team, and you guys pretty much voted unanimously that there isn't a damn thing we should do to start off this series against Tampa. We wiped the floor with Chicago, and it was these combinations that did it. Fotinos, Glass, and Mason, 9 goals apiece, or 9 goals each for Fotinos and Mason. Kirill Datsuk, Victor Goldobin, and Nick Suzuki on the second line. Maxim Fedorov, Russell Clausen, and Gregory Roach on the third line. Dominique Verbata with Elijah Lackey and Tate Dwyer on the fourth line. The defense is as follows: Provorov and Gertzen, Lubomir Rositas and Eric Bronstrom. Shea Theodore is with Isaiah Norton, the goaltender, facing off against, squaring off, facing off against his former team, Tampa. Yeah, this will be interesting. Andrei Vasilevsky. This is the squad. Is this how I thought the team would be set up if we ever made it to the Cup Final? Absolutely not. Lackey and Dwyer on the fourth line, what the hell is going on? But it makes sense. Russell Clausen on the third line. But if it's not broke, you don't fix it. It works for us, damn it. This is the team that will start the series. We will make changes, though, if we have to. And again, beyond this episode, this team's going to change. This is our one shot, Mom Spaghetti, to win the Stanley Cup before we have to make changes. We know those changes are coming. Can we get the job done is the question. Let's take a look at what we are up against. Let's take a look at this Tampa team. And the top line, Jesus Christ, the second line. Okay, let's get into this top line. JT Miller has 9 points this postseason, next to Steven Stamkos, who has 16 in 19 games, and now 35-year-old captain Nikita Kucherov also there, 14 points, 10 goals. God damn. Second line, Ahmad Kang, who has 11 points this postseason, former 12th overall pick back in 2021, is with Braden Point, and Vladimir Tarasenko. Kucherov and Tarasenko on the same damn team. Third line, downtown, Connor Brown, Anthony Cirelli, and Alex Volkov. Fourth line is Gaspard Desjardins, former first-round pick, 19th overall in 2020, with Jacob Pelletier and Tyler Pitlick. Are they well-rounded? Yes. Are they capable of scoring? Yes. Do they have major game changers on that team? Yes. Are we better? Are we more well-rounded? Perhaps. Certainly, even at the very least. You cannot say, at least in my opinion, that one team has a definitive advantage. Typically with the way that the game, kind of balances things out. Like a team like that, if you were to be like, oh, that's their offense? Yeah, I'm not surprised they won the cup. That's how you'd view it. Defensively, oh my god. Victor Hedman and Mikhail Sergachev, damn you, Montreal. Second line, Ryan McDonough and Marvin Tkachuk, former first-round pick of the Lightning in 2022. Third pair, Brett Pesce, down to a 77 with Cal Foote. Yikes. Obviously, Pesce's the interesting one with how he's dropped off. The morale system is on, though. Any healthy scratches? Yes. Jake Muzzin, James Van Riemsdyk, and Sonny Milano. The goaltender is Linus Ullmark. And that right there is our window of opportunity. Now, in fairness, he has pretty much the same save percentage as one Andrei Vasilevsky, but that is our in. Offensively, even at worst for both teams. Defensively, they have the advantage because of Hedman and Sergachev. They do. McDonough as well, but we have the major advantage on paper in goaltending. It all comes down to execution. It really, really does. And the thing that scares me is that Ullmark has done well enough to lead them to the Cup final. This is going to be stressful. This is going to suck. But it is the Stanley Cup final. Let's get a team meeting in there. All year we've been working towards this game one of the Stanley Cup finals. And getting here is one thing, but if we don't take it home, I'm going to be upset. That is true. That is true. You've done well all year, just a few more games of the same effort and we'll hoist the cup. That's also true. If it's this game or Game 7, I expect Herculean efforts from each and every one of you. That's true. This is why we play the game. This is why you're here. A few more games in Lord's Stand. I'm all right with all those answers. Those are four things I would say. But you know what? I'd throw in the word Herculean. So let's go. Herculean efforts. Russell, you better get on board with the Herculean efforts. Damn it. We need you. I'll find a Danny DeVito type to motivate you. That's a Hercules reference, by the way, for all you youngins out there. Let's get this series going, damn it, and make sure to watch the Hercules animated film from like 1996-ish, 7. Might have been earlier than that. I don't know. I kind of grew up with it. Anyway, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. We have home ice advantage. T-Mobile Arena, the pregame show's all set. We stabbed a lightning bolt in the chest to show what our game plan is. Can we get the job done? Let's find out. First period, and that's a decent start. Tate Dwyer on the fourth line. Can their fourth line, or, can our fourth line be stopped by any of their lines? That's a big question, because we have two first-liners on that fourth line. Tate Dwyer gets the opening goal. They have the slighted in shots. We have the advantage where it counts on the board. Second period, and it's tied. Ahmad Kang, 25 shots to 22. 1-1. Jungle to jungle. Third period. Okay, Andre, you're kind of 17 seconds in. Cirelli scores. Power play here for the Lightning goes to waste. Power play of our own. Come on. We need somebody here. Another power play for Tampa. Stamkos. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Andre has fallen apart. 5 unanswered goals, including 4 in the third period. 35 shots to 34. 5-1. Your final score. Wow. If that's not a slap back down to reality, I don't know what is. Plus minus is not a great stat, but a terrible run for Bronstrom. The penalty trouble came from Elijah Lackey. Jesus, Andre. Jesus, we're not going to win the cup like this, man. He actually got pulled. Kapainen ended up coming in. I didn't even notice. Wow. Tampa takes game 1. And what looked to be a promising opening 20 minutes quickly went downhill. We could not solve the Lightning defense from there. And Andrei Vasilevsky certainly couldn't do anything in the final 40 minutes in that first game. Nobody wants to be in a deficit situation in the Stanley Cup final, but that is where we are. You guys have not been good enough. Remember, second place is nothing more than the first loser. That's so... Who wrote that? Come on. Just say you guys haven't been good enough. We need to regroup. We made it to the Cup final. We can rebound and win this thing. That's true. We made it this far, and now we play half speed. What's wrong with you guys? Shape up. You know, that might be the right one. We can do this. We just have to focus on winning and playing to each other's strengths. Shape up. Damn it. Smarten up. Oh, God. All right. Not going to make any lineup changes. Shout out to the Steve Dangle podcast. Let's go. Game 2. Game 2. We need more than one goal, and we need a much, much better performance from Vasilevsky here. Tampa's already accomplished their goal, like it is in every series when you start on the road. Take at least one game. They've done that. We need to bounce back here. Let's see if we can get the job done. First period of Game 2, and Andrei Vasilevsky is a secret agent designed to have us lose this series. Pitlick and Kucherov, 13 shots to 12, 2-0 on the board for the Lightning. Second period, we get back into it. Gertson and Suzuki, 23 shots to 21, 2 apiece on the board. Gertson and Suzuki, thank God. I don't know what's going to happen in this third period. It could go either way. Oh, we could go to overtime. Well, let's just get it going because I'm nervous and scared. Power play for Tampa is killed off. Power play for Tampa. Stay out of the box in the third period, man. Come on. We're halfway through. Jesus. Oh, God. Power play for Tampa is killed. 4 minutes left. Power play for Tampa. My God, how did we get to overtime? How did we even get to overtime? Sheesh. Was that 4 power plays? Can we stay out of the goddamn box? That would be great. Thank you. Overtime. It's, you know what? It's the Stanley Cup final. I don't care if this video is an hour long. I kind of do because I still have to record the Tranmere episode after this. Let's go. Let's do this. Overtime here in Game 2. We could be here for the next 20 minutes, for all I know. But damn it, we're going to see what happens. It's the Stanley Cup final. It's a special occasion. Let's do this. Let's go. We can win this game, damn it. We can win this game. Here we go. Here we go. Again, it's not on true broadcast because it's somewhat difficult to kind of see the names from that perspective. Actually, the real reason why it's not on true broadcast is because then if I play a hut game, I have to switch it back. And that kind of sucks to waste your pause immediately because you know me, I won't remember to switch it back. I never do. Just like I wouldn't remember to put Fog of War back. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, we're fine. Kucherov with the puck. Stamkos down low. Cycles out. Stamkos just walks in front. Puck still loose. Gertson finds it. Here's Fotinos, who has a game winner. He'll dump it in. Dump it around the back. Battle for it. Sergachev gets it out to JT Miller. Miller for Stamkos. Now Kucherov. He'll dump it in. As it's Rosita's picking it up behind the net. Josh Fotinos breaking out again. Cuts back in the neutral zone. Finds Glass. Glass having trouble with Kucherov. He recovers though. Cody Glass. Cuts back. Now back down low. Finds Rositas. Goes for the pass instead of the shot. Glass now again. Fotinos. Gets hit. Tarasenko recovers. Here's Ahmad Kang. Contact. Still battling. Kang cycles out. McDonough now back again. Puck's loose. Kirill Datsuk finds it and gets it to Nick Suzuki. Suzuki Cuts in. Shot. Save by Ullmark as the players around him experience the fourth dimension. Couple of big saves early from Vasilevsky. Mainly that one on Stamkos, as he was somehow left completely unmarked. Whew. Come on, it's Datsyuk, Goldobin, and Suzuki against Kang, Point, and Tarasenko. Can Goldobin win this crucial draw? It's a tie-up. Loose puck. Datsyuk throws it on. Ullmark with another save. We replay the face-off. Kirill Datsyuk. Yes, you can, before any comments even mention it. Sure, call him the Black Datsyuk if you want, because it's hilarious. Regardless, Datsyuk, Goldobin, Suzuki still out there. Fresh line out for Tampa. Brown, Cirelli, and Volkov. Draw won by Tampa. McDonough looking to lead the charge. Ryan McDonough finds Volkov. Back for Cirelli. Shot and a big glove save from Vasilevsky. Not a well-placed shot. If it was, that could have been the game right then and there. Stamkos and Tarasenko on the same team. That is just unfair. Same lines are out there. Second line be third line in favor of the Knights. Defensive zone draw technically lost. Rositas finds it. Now it's Nick Suzuki. Suzuki could technically be playing in his final home game here in Vegas. Rositas for Goldobin. That goes for everybody, really. Suzuki battling for it down low. Having trouble. Recovers. Goldobin the shot. Ullmark's there. Loose puck that he is able to cover. Teams trading chances. Goldobin can't find the back of the net. A big save from Ullmark. The third line may be out, which means Russell Clausen could be on the ice. And he is. It's Fedorov, Clausen, and Roach. Clausen v. Cirelli on the draw. Cirelli wins it. Loose puck, though, in a battle. Fedorov has it. Gets slashed. Power play coming up for the Knights. Norton for Theodore. Clausen unable to do anything because Alex Ovechkin controller disconnect gift. That's right. That's a thing that can happen to you. You just never know. You forget how to hockey. Regardless, we go to the power play. And a prime opportunity to end this game is here and now. Anthony Cirelli to the box. 4 slashing. It's Goldobin, Glass, and Mason out there as the 3 forwards. I believe Clausen is out there as a defenseman. Desjardins wins the draw. Sergachev unable to clear. Pitlick has it, though. Over the red line, he'll dump it in. Here's Roach. He gets hooked. It'll be a 5-on-3 for the Knights. Here's Goldobin. Over the blue line. Finds Cody Glass. Windmills. Can't get the shot off. Puck recovered from Provorov for Goldobin. Big save from Ullmark. Another huge opportunity for Goldobin. He can't find the back of the net. Desjardins to the box. It'll be a 5-on-3 for the Knights. A chance to end it. Right here, right now. Goldobin, Glass, and Mason are out there. Pelletier will take the draw for the Lightning, and he can't win it. Clausen finds Goldobin, now Bronstrom. Goldobin again. Steps in. Goldobin! It breaks a stick, perhaps? Didn't break a stick, but man, that was a hell of a deflection. Goldobin finds Clausen. Now Marvin Mason. Over. Glass to the point. Clausen slap shot. Hits Goldobin right in the chest. He recovers it, and it's in! It sneaks past Ullmark. Goldobin gets hit square in the chest from a Russell Clausen slap shot. Recovers. And somehow, that sneaks in on Linus Ullmark. They're able to swoop it in, trickles past the line, and this series is tied at 1 game apiece. Chance lost his mind. The game lost its mind with those animations. Goldobin is the hero. He can't breathe from that crushed larynx, but damn it, he's the hero. Somebody get that man on an oxygen mask. 3-2 is your final in Game 2. 39 shots to 32. 3-2 final. The penalty trouble for us in Game 1 was a big factor. Tampa somehow didn't score in that third period here in Game 2. That was a big factor. Tampa, 7 power plays, no goals. we scored on one, and credit to Vasilevsky, the first star of the game, a big rebound performance, but my God, do we need to stay out of the box. We have taken, if I had to guess, probably a dozen penalties in 2 games. At least over 10 with what we saw in game 1. Well, actually, in fairness, it was 4 penalty minutes. So we've taken 9. We've taken 9. That's right. In fairness, it was the 4 penalty minutes. Regardless, you get the point. 9 penalties in 2 games. It's too damn high. Is the rent meme still a meme at this point? Like, that was an OG meme at this point. God, that was years ago. I'm getting old. Anyway, we are tied at 1 apiece. The lines will probably remain the same for now if we happen to not get the result that we're hoping for in this next game. We could look at changing things up, but we do get the big result in game 2. The series shifts to Tampa. It's game 3. Let's get it going. Let's see what we can do here. Is there a repeat performance? And for the love of God, stay out of the box. First period, it's a goal apiece. Tate Dwyer, who I'm always scared of now, scoring in the first period. Desjardins able to tie at 14 shots to 11 in favor of the Lightning. Second period, Tampa scores first. Nikita Kucherov, but a late effort. Goldobin with 1:26 remaining, and then less than a minute later, Russell Clausen. 2 of our biggest game changers, if not the 2 biggest game changers on this team, are able to get the job done. A quick momentum swing, 22 shots each, 3-2 on the board, though, as we head into the third period. Will there be a quick goal? There usually is after a high-scoring second period. There you go. We are tied. JT Miller scores just over 3 minutes in. As we approach the halfway mark of the period, all tied up now. Tampa with a massive advantage in shots. No penalties yet, knock on wood. Under 4 minutes left. Elijah Lackey, is that enough? Can we hold on? 43 seconds. And Elijah Lackey is the winner, the hero. He's a winner. A winner is you, Elijah. 4-3 is your final. The fourth line started it with Tate Dwyer. The fourth line finished it with Elijah Lackey. 7 goals in this high-scoring series, but we get the job done. 4-3. We bounce back and take a 2-1 series lead. Kucherov, Dwyer, and Lackey, the 3 stars, and perhaps the most important thing to note for us, no penalties outside of the first period. No penalties outside of the first period for either team, for that matter. My God, what a series this has been thus far. Absolutely ridiculous. 6 goals in the first period combined, or in the first game, 5 goals, 7 goals. This is not exactly a strong defensive or goaltending display, but we do have the lead. We are 2 wins away from our goal. I think as far as the lines are concerned, there may be room to change things up. Some underperforming players. We haven't seen Mason get on the score sheet. Fotinos either. There are some ways that we could change things up, but I think, at least for now, we stick with it. We are producing points. And I think for that reason, we stick with it. Game 4 in Tampa. Let's do this. Can we put the pressure on? Will we have a 3-1 series lead when we go back home for Game 5? Or will it be the first game of what will essentially be a best of 3 at that point? Let's find out. First period, and it's a brutal start for the Knights. They doubled us up in shots and have us up 2-0 on the board. That wasn't the right way to phrase that, but you knew what I meant. Stamkos and Braden Point. All right, we got our work cut out for us. Second period. Oh, God. JT Miller. Third period, we're down by 3. Held under 20 shots. Although we do get up to 20 now. Is there a late surge? Or have the Lightning tied this series? We responded so well with victories in games 2 and 3. And now here we are for game 4. Dead in the water. Connor Brown makes it 4. Linus Ullmark shuts out the Vegas Golden Knights. 27 saves. And this series is tied at 2 games apiece. That is an absolutely horrific loss for us after starting, the previous 2 games so strong. And that is going to be the catalyst for us making changes, I would say. I think we kind of have to. Defensively, we might still be fine, to be honest. We might be. I think the only thing I consider is swapping Rositas and Theodore. It's just offensively, Verbata with 9 assists. I mean, I'm mainly thinking in terms of, goal scorers from this series. And it seems to be a lot of Goldobin, Lackey, Dwyer. We haven't seen much from Mason. I do wish you could just see the total goals. But yeah, nothing from Mason. I mean, that first line has been very quiet. It's kind of a tough call. It's kind of a tough call as far as what to do here. But I think I have a plan in mind. Let's reunite Mason, Glass, Clausen. Let's go with Goldobin next to Lackey and Dwyer. As far as who plays center, I don't really know if it even matters here. I think Goldobin's the best center, 81. Lackey at an 80. Let's put Lackey on the left, Dwyer on that side. I think that'll work. Just trying to reunite what we've had before. Although, Goldobin as the playmaker. Cody Glass, I completely forgot, was set up as a 2-way this season. So Mason, Glass, Clausen, Lackey, Goldobin, Dwyer. I think Dwyer does have the better shot. He does not. Let's get Lackey on that side. This sucks that we're even having to consider some of this. I don't know. Because I want to base it off how players have done, but over the past 4 games as well, I want to base it off of that. Of course, unless I sit here and write down oh, here are all the numbers, which is what I should do to make sure I'm keeping track. But it's fairly obvious who's performing and who is not. Suzuki still on 13 points. Fotinos 9 points for Roach, which for him is pretty well unacceptable. So I think what we might do is go Datsuk, Suzuki, Fotinos, Verbata, Fedorov, Roach. None of them can really play center, so we might be resigned to losing faceoffs, but I think that might be what we go with. Kind of sucks to have Roach down on that 4th line, but he does have 9 points, but, so does Fedorov and so does Verbata, right? And, hell, Datsuk has 12. So, I think that might be the change for this game. Try to fight fire with some very high-powered offense in that top 6. And just in general, we try to get some players going that have been a little bit quiet. I'm not going to say I'm overly confident in the changes that I just made, but I do feel like something had to be changed, especially after getting shut out. It's Game 5 here at home. We are in desperate need of a win. Can we get it? First period, and that's a decent start for us. Elijah Lackey scores. Back on the second line, Marvin Mason gets his first of this series. Sorelli scores 35 seconds later, but we have the 2-1 lead off of that one extra shot in the period. So good stuff there. 2-1 lead to kick things off. Second period, make it a 3-1 lead. Goldobin strikes again. He has been on fire this series. Lackey and Dwyer as well. We have 12 shots through 2 periods of play. 22 shots to 12, but a 3-1 lead. Allmark has had a bad game. We need to get our offense going on a more consistent basis as Volkov scores 37 seconds in. Goldobin gets it back, though. Less than a minute later, the lead is yet again up to 2. So Allmark cannot stop us. Fedorov makes it 5. Power play goal for Josh Fotinos. Linus Allmark finally playing Grab your blanket, Linus. This one's over. Finally playing like an 82 overall goalie against this offense. The offense explodes for 6 goals. 6-2 is your final score. And the cup will be in the building for Game 6 in Tampa, but only one team has a chance to raise it, and it is your Vegas Golden Knights. A 3-point game for Goldobin. Mason and Lackey up there as well. We are 1 win away, and we'll have 2 opportunities to get the job done. It's May 27th, 2025. Is this the date that we will remember? Provorov is happy with our performance. We can always do better, buddy. We can always do better. Let's see what this is. We have a chance to finish this off and take Lord Stanley home. I mean, we can't literally take Lord Stanley home. He is long gone. God rest his soul. But we can take home his cup, the Stanley Cup. If we don't win the cup tonight, you may want to stay. You may want to stay out on the ice after the game. We're not gonna bag skate, pussies. No, we're not gonna do that. The chance to sew us all up is upon us. Play like we have been, and we'll be hoisting the cup. That's incorrect because we've been inconsistent. I want to see 110% out there. That's impossible. Humans can only give 100%. I think we can do this. The fans think we can do this. Management believes. The fans are excited. The sponsors are excited. I'm excited. Eugene's excited. Everyone's excited. We can do this. The Ottawa Senators approach. I'm excited. The fans are excited. Eugene is excited. The sponsors are excited. The team is excited. The vendors are excited. The popcorn guy is not excited because he's depressed. He's in a bad marriage, but we don't talk about it. Jim, it's okay. You're going to make it through. Oh, God, Game 6. Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the thing about the lines, right? Here's the thing. I'm still not overly confident in these lines. Not one bit, despite the fact that we did okay. But I think we are going to leave it. I think we are going to leave it as is. I think the only thing I'd consider doing, and then again, Datsuk's been too good. I think this has to be it. This has to be the team that wins it. The lines that are set up as they are now, it comes down to this. Game 6 in Tampa is the Stanley Cup finally coming to Vegas. Although this time, granted, not so that Washington can raise it, but you get the point. First period, not ideal. Ahmad Kang gets the opening goal from a terrible angle. Unlike last time, we put up 20 shots in that first period. Allmark did not show up, or Allmark didn't show up. Vasilevsky didn't do as well as we needed him to do. Allmark has shown up this time out. We're down 1-0. Second period. It's a 2-1 game. Goldobin ties it. Kang strikes again. 35 shots to 18. Linus Allmark standing on his head to keep the Lightning in it. We are either 20 minutes away from winning the cup, going to overtime, or going back home for a Game 7. Here we go, and hold on a second. It's not Allmark. It's not Allmark. If we lose to a backup goaltender in Game 6 and go on to lose the cup, I will fire this entire team into the sun. Third period. Let's go. Kucherov scores. 3-1 Tampa. Mason gets a goal back. He's finally woken up. 3-2 game. Elijah Lackey ties it. 3-3. Halfway through the third period. Here we go. 6 minutes left. Is there a late winner on the horizon? 56 seconds to go. And we join the game in progress. I will be assigning myself as the coach, just so the fact that I can skip replays if need be, for the sake of time. A late third period comeback has led us to this point. We are 1 goal away from raising the cup. If that next goal is ours, we've accomplished our goal. If we lose this game, we would have lost to a backup goaltender. and allowed Tampa off to be, let Tampa off the hook and force a Game 7. 56 seconds remaining. The Lightning win the draw. Here's Tarasenko, drops back. It's intercepted by Suzuki. Gregory Roach will send it around. Sergachev. Breakout pass for Tampa. Sergachev for Point. Point and Tarasenko 2-on-1. Braden Point. Big save. Vasilevsky. Hell of a rebound, though. Tarasenko battling with Suzuki. One-timer broken up. Here's Victor Hedman. Gets bumped off the puck by Rositas. Rositas still battling. He'll send it around. Roach is there. Finds Gertson. For Suzuki. Now a 2-on-1 for the Knights. Suzuki drops back. Gertson's there. Nick Suzuki. Datsuk now back again. 2-on-1. Tarasenko's able to come up with it with 10 seconds left. Here's Ahmad Kang. Looking. Steps in. Back to the point. Sergachev shot and somehow Vladimir. Who's even Vladimir? Vasilevsky. As Ullmark's coming into the game, I don't understand what happened. It doesn't really make a difference now, does it? For whatever reason, they started Pilstrom in this game. Are we going to overtime? Face-offs 1. To overtime, we go in Game 6. For whatever reason, they didn't start Ullmark, or he was pulled, he was injured, whatever the hell that goalie glitch is, the auto-rotate glitch, I don't know. Ullmark's back in. 43 shots to 26. 3 goals apiece. An absolutely unreal save from Andrei Vasilevsky. How this puck did not go in, I don't know. You'll remember this as the save. Because look at this, not his ass, although you can. There's no way he sees that puck. There is no way. Good God. There is no way he sees that puck. He just sticks out a glove and gets lucky. Was that puck even going in? Yes. The answer appears, can't get it perfect, that might have been, oh yeah, I think that was going in. It might have been, oh yeah, that was in, clean. Let's not have that go to waste. Overtime of Game 6. Mason, Glass, and Clausen are out there. Will this be their final game together? Tampa wins the draw. Sergachev for Hedman. Miller finds it. JT Miller for Kucherov in front. Oh my God, what a save by Vasilevsky on Stamkos. Here's Marvin Mason. Cody Glass drops back to the point. Gertson now back again. Taylor Gertson battling. Still battling and is slashed. Clausen finds it, drops back for Provorov, now back again. Russell Clausen. Gertson. Tampa takes another one. And much like in the previous overtime victory, we have a 5-on-3. Kucherov and Miller slash Gertson. Moments, milliseconds apart. It's Goldobin, Glass, and Mason out there. Mason gets the puck and a glove save from Ullmark. Oh my God, what has even happened here? The saves by Vasilevsky on Stamkos. That leads to a 5-on-3, and what a save, robbing Marvin Mason of a Stanley Cup winning goal. Glass wins another draw. Clausen for Goldobin, and Bronstrom now. Clausen deflects. Mason for Bronstrom, now Glass. Can't get a shot off. McDonough is there. He's able to recoup and send it hard around. Clausen should be there and is. He finds Glass. Now Marvin Mason, the Knights are offside. What a save on that chance by Marvin Mason. Unreal. Pitlick is out there against Goldobin, Glass, and Mason. Auto line changes are on, so don't worry, I don't have to do that myself. I could have changed it though, probably should have. Mason for Glass. Shot goes wide. Nearly kicked in off the rebound. Ullmark is there. and is able to cover. So we'll make sure to get the line changes there. Here we go. It's Suzuki, Fotinos, and Kirill Datsuk based off their performance throughout the postseason. Tkachuk, though, was able to clear. Stopped down by Roach. He takes a huge hit for it. Now it's Josh Fotinos. Nick Suzuki cuts back. Suzuki, Provorov deflects. Loose puck. Hedman's able to find it. Here's Kirill Datsuk. One-timer off the man in front. Another loose puck. Tkachuk for Volkov. And he is able to clear. 1 minute remaining in the 5-on-3 power play. Stretch pass up to Kirill Datsuk. Datsuk looking. Tries to throw it in front. It's broken up. Provorov still battling. In front for Fotinos. He can't tuck it in. Pass Ullmark. Huge chances for both teams already. Suzuki, Fotinos, and Datsuk still out there against Pelletier for Tampa. Fotinos can't win the draw. McDonough is able to clear as we head down towards 40 seconds left. Tampa giving chase. And an odd man rush chance here. Clausen, Bronstrom, now Suzuki. 4-on-2. Bronstrom, Suzuki back again, and a phenomenal glove save from Ullmark. Here's Datsuk, though. Tries to throw it back in front. Cirelli is able to find it and clear. What a save from Linus Ullmark. Oh my God. Here's Goldobin. Marvin Mason tries to find Goldobin. Sergachev can't clear. Cirelli into the bench. Is it over the glass? Apparently not. A bullet dodge there by Anthony Cirelli. An unreal save there from Ullmark to keep Tampa's cup chances alive. Goldobin, Glass, and Mason are out. Tyler Pitlick on the draw for Tampa. Glass ties him up. Puck's loose. Glass for Mason. Oh my God, was that another save or was it wide? Ullmark with the Herculean effort of his own. Chance here. Miller for Foot. Over now for Kucherov. Foot in front of the big kick save by Vasilevsky. And now Miller's going to be slashed. And Tampa will have a chance of their own on the power play. Unbelievable. That's Eric Bronstrom to the box. Fotinos and Goldobin out against Kucherov, Stamkos, and Tarasenko. Tampa now with a chance here. Rositas is able to clear as we're going to focus solely on the kill if we can. Stretch pass for Stamkos. Stamkos cuts out. Looking, can't throw it back in front. Here's Foot. McDonough, slap shot goes wide. Provorov recovers, sends it around the boards. 47 couldn't pick it up. Foot loses it. There's Fotinos now. And he's able to get it. And we're going to try to throw the guys into that 1-4 trap here as best we can. Didn't work out too well there, though. Kucherov somehow still has it. McDonough, 1T and a glove save by Vasilevsky. He plays it out to Rositas, who nearly couldn't clear it away in time. He is able to. Now here's Tampa again. Turnover. Marvin Mason and a kick save from Ullmark. Mason must hate Linus Ullmark more than any other man on the planet. He just cannot get a puck past Linus Ullmark. It's Mason and Glass out there against Miller, Point, and Kang. An offensive zone draw for the Knights on this penalty kill. Glass ties him up. Mason still battling for it. Nearly hooks Kang, who gets away from him. Hedman now Sergachev. Here's Kang yet again for the Lightning. He'll send it hard around. Puck's loose. Theodore gets it. Can't quite clear. Hedman for Kang. Now to the point. It's Sergachev in front, and a big play from Taylor Gertzen. Puck's loose in front. Tampa recovers. It's Kang yet again. Pass broken up. A point recovers for Sergachev. Slap shot blocked by Gertzen. What an effort as Shea Theodore clears. Turnover. Cody Glass can't get the shot off. Hedman finds Kang on the stretch pass. Ahmad Kang throws it over. Point back for Kang. Now Hedman all the way to the point again. Kang ends up taking the shot. Cannot bury it. Puck sent hard around. Loose puck, Braden Point still battling for it. Vasilevsky dove out and couldn't cover it. Goldobin sends it around for Fontino. Sergachev stops the dump. Hedman for Point. Now back again. Tampa, 1T is broken up, and that should kill off the power play, and does. Both teams survive a rough situation. Here's Ahmad Kang, though, still for the Lightning. Point. Back for Kang, broken up by Theodore. Loose puck, Goldobin finds Lackey on the breakout. Elijah Lackey looking. Tries to cut in, loses it, still has it, though. Finds Goldobin, now Lackey again. Looks to step in front, can't tuck it. McDonough unable to do anything, as here come the Lightning. JT Miller for Stamkos, can't get the shot off. Miller has a chance and can't fully recoup, as I need to take a second out here to bump these up. There we go, be aggressive, boys, you got this. Back to the point, it's Bronstrom. Eric Bronstrom looking. Rositas for Bronstrom, shot! Somehow stopped by Allmark. Fedorov recovers. Gets hit as he tries to shoot. Steven Stamkos with an excellent defensive display. Here's Tarasenko now. Vladimir Tarasenko, the shot. What an effort from Bronstrom. Great stick work from the Vegas defenseman. Here's Bronstrom yet again over the line. Finds the trailing Rositas, back for Bronstrom, the shot. Might not have ever seen Allmark. McDonough was able to get it out. Now here's Connor Brown. For the Lightning, Brown into the corner, back up to the point. McDonough for Tarasenko. Finds Brown again, now Tkachuk and back again. Broken up by Fotinos, has trouble with Tkachuk. Brown for Cirelli, kick save from Vasilevsky. Tkachuk's pass broken up again by Fotinos. Still struggling to try and get it out. Tarasenko comes up with it and dumps it in. Breakout pass, there's Datsuk. A tired defense core for Vegas after the kill. No stoppage in play since. Puck thrown around the back. Brown is there. McDonough, now Cirelli for the Lightning. Finds Brown, shot, and a big save from Vasilevsky yet again. Puck thrown on, and Vasilevsky will be forced to cover. He plays it out, and again almost pays for it. But now here's Tate Dwyer through the neutral zone. Finds Lackey. Back for Norton, takes the shot, and a kick save from Allmark. Volkov, Sergachev, and back again. Unreal stuff here. Late line change. Volkov stopped by Vasilevsky. That would have partially been on me for that line change. We do get away with it, though. It ignored a button press first line, B fourth line. Desjardins, Pelletier, and Pitlick against Mason, Glass, and Clausen. Face-off won by Tampa. Here's Hedman, now Sergachev. Pitlick takes the hit, gets buried by Provorov, who leads the charge, finds Marvin Mason with Glass. Back again, Mason, Provorov save, and Hedman's able to claim the rebound. Here's Pitlick. Tyler Pitlick for Pelletier, the trailer Desjardins. Vasilevsky may have gotten a piece of that one. Gertzen, now Roach. Again, that very tired defense core for Vegas. Shot and a shoulder save by Allmark. Pitlick battling for it. Still a loose puck. Desjardins comes up with it. Tampa over the line. Theodore with the interception. Now here's Roach. Has to drop back to avoid the hit. Theodore, now Norton. Norton finds Fedorov. Roach the shot. And a save from Allmark, as we will absolutely take our time out here just to get the lines back. It's a risk, but I feel like our defense is just a little bit too tired to cope. We are going to call the timeout. 55 shots to 35. And we cannot beat Allmark. But we call the timeout. Both teams will be refreshed. It's a risk that we have to take. Top line against top line. Mason, Glass, and Clausen against Miller, Stamkos, and Kucherov. I feel like our lines would have been more tired from having been on the kill. Mason finds Clausen, he can't bury it. Pesce. Bank pass to Miller here. Here come the Lightning. JT Miller drops back for Pesce. Now back again. Miller takes the hit. Provorov finds it. Here's Gertzen. Russell Clausen over the line. Finds Glass. Back again. Gertzen for Clausen. Provorov. Vegas desperately trying to find a shooting lane. Mason the backhander. Loose puck that Glass cannot get a piece of. Ullmark covers for the faceoff. It's Dwyer, Goldobin, and Lackey against Miller, Stamkos, and Kucherov. The energy advantage to the Knights. Goldobin beats Stamkos on the draw. Bromstrom has trouble with Miller, though. Now it's Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov gains the zone, has a little bit of space, cuts back, pass intercepted by Lackey. His breakout pass is deflected. Tampa still with possession. Sergachev at the point, finds Miller, and the pass to point doesn't go. Here's Tate Dwyer for the Vegas Golden Knights. Elijah Lackey takes the shot, loose puck. And Allmark has had a lot of help from his defenseman, mainly Victor Hedman, in terms of controlling those rebounds. Datsuk, Suzuki, and Fotinos against Kang, Point, and Tarasenko. A ridiculous second line. Suzuki wins the draw clean. Here's Theodore. Down low for Datsuk. Now back again. Suzuki turns it over to Kang. Trouble here. Tampa brings it down low around the back of the net. Fotinos is there. Finds Shea Theodore. Stretch pass for Datsuk. The move doesn't get past Sergachev, who will dump it around. Fotinos is there, though, and turns it over to Tarasenko. Braden Point. Ahmad Kang. Finds Kachuk fresh off of the bench. Pass in front broken up. Here's Point. Down low. And Vasilevsky finds the loose puck. And I'll tell you, if I'm allowed to edit lines here, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and that's why I'm glad I'm the coach. We're going to make an adjustment, and we need to start looking for these 1Ts outside of the power play. We keep getting stuck with our players not moving around. And we need to try and fix that. I gotta be honest, man. Fotinos is looking real dangerous right now, but I don't really see the room to bump him up. It's kind of the issue. Who has a better shot? Probably Lackey. Tate, I can't believe I'm doing this, buddy, but you're getting dropped for the moment. I think Dwyer has a better shot than Datsuk. The problem is, man, we have a real lack of righties unless we take the hit on face-offs. I'm going to have Klassen be on that side. So yeah, it's like we have Goldobin, Glass, Suzuki, and Roach. I'm going to take the risk. We're going to take the risk as far as face-offs are concerned for the sake of trying to exploit these one-timers. It'll be... Klassen has the slightly better shot. Both could be center. Lackey has the slightly better shot. Datsuk or Dwyer. Doesn't really matter. Dwyer has the better shot. And then Fedorov or Verbata. Doesn't really matter. Fedorov has the better shot. So we're going to sacrifice face-offs potentially for the sake of trying to get these 1Ts going. And in terms of the defense, we do lack one extra righty. So let's have Gertson, Provorov. Rositas with Bromstrom, although I want to keep the pairings together. Kind of. Like Gertson and Provorov have been great. I just don't know here. So Norton's getting the bump up. He was with Theodore before, and I think Theodore has the best shot out of the group. He does. So we're going to go Norton-Theodore now, and then Bromstrom, who has the better shot. It's Rositas. It's a risk, especially on draws, but it's a risk that we have to take. And it does slightly change the outlook here. I'm going to play that fourth line of Roach, Verbata, and Fedorov against the third line, Brown, Cirelli, and Volkov. And with these handedness changes, we'll see if that solves the issue. Here's Roach. Carries in, Fedorov over the line. And for Roach and Allmark with the save. The changes pay immediate dividends, and that strong effort from the fourth line is nice because now we get an offensive zone draw for the top line of Glass, Mason, and Klassen, but Mason now on draws. Let's see what he can do against Cirelli. He gets the win. Provorov the 1T from Gertson. Glass is still there. Mason finds Gertson in front for Russell Klassen. The Vegas Golden Knights have won the Stanley Cup. Thanks to great goaltending down the stretch. Amazing coaching, if I do say so myself. And an unbelievable offense What an exchange that was. Such a strong effort from the fourth line. Gregory Roach in particular. It leads to an offensive zone draw for our top line. And the Vegas Golden Knights have won the Stanley Cup in 2024-2025. Stamkos towards the end of his career. I'm sorry, buddy. You don't get this as a going-away gift. This team, as we've talked about so many times, trying to stick with the Marchessaults, the Carlsons of the world, bringing in Panarin and Josi, nothing worked. We ditched it. We brought in some help, as Russell Clausen is the Conn Smythe winner. We brought in some help. Will he be the captain next year, by the way? We brought, we tore it all down. We tore it all down, built up through the draft primarily, and then you look at the big free agent signings of Provorov and Vasilevsky. And in a season where we had to win, the Commodore hair, by the way, in a season where we had to win before the team falls apart, we get it done. Tate Dwyer is wearing the C and will raise the cup. The Vegas Golden Knights are Stanley Cup champions. Tate Dwyer, you beautiful man. They really need to fix the sound design. Oh, give me like Ovechkin style music. I cannot believe this. I can, because we were good enough to get it done. Verbata gets the cup second. It is what it is. It would be nice to go NHL 2K style with being able to choose, but my God. Gregory Roach, you know what? You deserve to raise the cup, buddy. You might be the MVP of the game outside of Clausen, who scored the goal, and Vasilevsky. All of those changes. And then for us to draft as well as we did, granted we had so many picks from blowing things up, making the call to trade up, risking a potential talent pool in the future by trade. I mean, that's what it was, though. We wouldn't have had the picks to trade up had we not moved the players that we moved. Andrei Vasilevsky raises the cup in Tampa, but not for the Lightning. Again, all of those draft picks we never would have had if it wasn't for agreeing to say, you know what, this team in its current form, again, with Marchessault, Carlson, Panarin, Josi, Fleury, like, okay, this wasn't the team. Let's aim for the future. The future is now. The Tampa Bay Lightning, 62 shots to 35, but we finally got it done. The Tampa Bay Lightning fall. I think I said the Tampa Bay Lightning isn't like won the cup. You can't blame me, man. I can't believe this. Again, here's how this started. We make the changes to the handedness. It's Verbata on the draw. Clean tie-up. Roach gets it and just takes off. I mean, he has Fedorov there the whole time. He just says no. He just takes it all the way up to center. Fedorov back in front for Roach on the pass. Nearly beats Allmark short side. Very nearly. Toe save for Allmark. That leads to a draw. We get our top line out there. And Marvin Mason, despite the changes, Cody Glass on the left-hand side. Mason wins the draw clean. Back over the huge 1T from Gertzen that just goes wide. But right there, that is the bounce past Ryan McDonough that led us to winning the Stanley Cup. Cody Glass starts battling for it, comes out with it. Mason kicks it off his tape, somehow recovers it, passes up to the point, finds Gertzen on the backhand, and what a goddamn feed from Taylor Gertzen, who led this defense. I don't care if Provorov has more points. Gertzen was the breakout star defensively in this postseason. Finds the man in front that you'd want to have the puck. It's Russell Clausen, and he pots it. Sweet, sweet victory for for a sweet, sweet mustache. Is that the face, the very Erik Karlsson-like face of this franchise? Is he your captain heading into next season? Of course, we'll have that vote after the next episode where we go through the offseason, but goddamn, put that on a poster. Put that on a poster. Russell Claesson gets the winner. The Vegas Golden Knights have won the Stanley Cup in our first attempt of actually getting there, unlike other series where we've gotten there and have fallen short. We get the job done this time out. We are champions. Thankfully. Because again, in the next episode, we have to say goodbye. I'm going to kind of leave that decision up to you guys, because here's the thing, we don't exactly know for sure, but we do know that we pretty much have to make that decision at the draft. So we'll take a look at a whole bunch of stats here, but for now, yes, we did it. The Stanley Cup is coming home with us. And I had my doubts, but you guys pulled it together. Yeah, true. Winning the Stanley Cup's a lifetime achievement. That's true. Feels great. Let's not be content with just one. Let's be content with just one. Awesome job. You really deserve it. Cherish it. Well, I don't want to say once in a lifetime, because someone will take offense. Be like, I want to win more than one. Awesome job. Why would anyone have a negative reaction to that, by the way? I mean, come on, EA. Can we get on that, maybe? Can we get on that? Oh, God. Oh, my God. The Stanley Cup is ours. The Stanley Cup is ours. Beating Colorado in 5, Vancouver in 7, stomping Chicago, and then beating Tampa in 6. Let's look at the team. The names and the faces, not all of them will be back here next year. I want to start off with Andrei Vasilevsky, who, by all rights, shouldn't have more than likely won us a cup with those numbers. But he did. He did enough. And I'll give him credit for that. Kapainen only had that one appearance, and unfortunately it didn't go too well for him. But Andrei Vasilevsky, he was able to get it done. I don't know if he won a cup in Tampa. But in terms of playoff stats, yeah, he must have. Or at least he went to a final. Had a .938. Had a .947. Those are the type of numbers that you need to win. Shocking that they didn't do better in that run, but 16 wins. They won the cup. In 2018-2019, our very first year, .938. So the fact that he won a cup with a .922 save percentage is surprising. But he got it done. Does that mean he stays here for now? Probably. Probably does. I think he saved his job, although there is that debate with that contract. Again, we'll take a look here before this episode ends. Defensively, our guys didn't have as big of an impact as they had in the regular season. Bronnstrom with 10 points, though. 9 for Provorov, 7 with 3 goals from Gertzen. 3 out of the 4 goals from defensemen came from him. Rositas, Theodore was very disappointing in terms of point production, but we made it work. Gertzen came back from injury a changed man. He really did. Oh my God, let's just look at the forwards in general. Goldobin led the way, but Claesson 17 points in 19 games, and that's why he won the Conn Smythe. But Victor Goldobin stepped up big time in this episode. We don't beat Tampa if Victor Goldobin doesn't play the way that he did. So, for a 21-year-old to step up like he did there, former third, he was the third overall pick, I should say. Big time performance from him. Marvin Mason didn't do as much in this series as I was hoping for, but he did enough to help get us here, and that's what matters. And then again, Russell Claesson, just so good. So good. The franchise, and for good reason. Josh Fotinos as well. 10 goals in 23 games. Amazing for him. Only had 1 goal in the final, but made it work. Tate Dwyer, down to the 4th line earlier this postseason, but 14 points. Suzuki, Cody Glass with 14. Datsuk and Lackey with 12 apiece, and then Fedorov, Roach, Rabada. 9 points for our lowest point total among forwards. That's tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. Oh my God. All right, let's move forward so we can at least see the awards. And then we're going to have to take one more quick look at numbers, because that decision pretty much has to be made at the draft as far as what the hell we're doing, as the San Antonio Rampage take home the Calder Cup. I really should have looked there, actually, at that info as far as the cap is concerned. But let's take a look here. It's beautiful. President's Trophy and a Stanley Cup. Player awards, Russell Clausen took home the Art Ross and the Hart. Provorov wins the Norris. Kucherov, the Lady Byng. Kang won the Calder, rightfully so. Joining Kackers and Elijah Lackey, the Conn Smythe to Russell Clausen. The Vezina to Andrei Vasilevsky. The Selke to O'Reilly. Clausen to Ted Lindsay. And the Rocket Richard. What a season for Russell Clausen. The Art Ross. The Hearts. The Conn Smythe. Oh my God, the Ted Lindsay and the Rocket Richard. That's a Hall of Fame season right there. Hall of Fame season. And in terms of the AHL, Kane won Defenseman of the Year, which is nice. We might have to rely on him next season. And Gervais Chouinard had the lowest goals against average. So there you go. An unreal season for so many members of this team. And thankfully the full potential of this season did not go to waste as we got the job done. Absolutely amazing. But, like I said, we have money trouble. We have money trouble. It is, it's $15 million right now. Unfortunately, we can't check. We did the math in the other episode. Andrei Vasilevsky could go. Kapainen's there. Gervais Chouinard's there. Here's the problem. If Vasi doesn't go, Kapainen or Gervais Chouinard will have to go. One or the other, right? As it is, of course, Dirksen will be there next year, and we'll end up signing Coburn. We'll see what happens from there with guys like Sauvé and Reitz. So that's kind of the big decision right now, is what goalie do we plan on getting rid of between Gervais Chouinard, Kapainen, and Vasilevsky. Kapainen's a bit further ahead than Gervais Chouinard, who has the higher potential. So if we wanted to keep Vasilevsky, I feel like Kapainen's going to be the man voted out. Let me know what you think there, though. I don't know if we'll be able to do a poll like we did in the Golden Seals episode. Defensively, Gertzen's contract is up. Perhaps this is, again, too. You look here. Hatainen's going to be ready. Bobrovsky's going to be ready. Kane and Kolzig are probably going to be worthy of a chance. A lot's going to have to change if we want to make this work. But what I'm trying to do now is just get to know, the names that you would prefer to see go, right? So, answer this as we go along. But among goaltenders, Vasilevsky, Kapainen, Gervais Chouinard. And you know what? I think what we're going to do is have polls in the description yet again. For the goalie poll, you're going to see 3 names. Vasilevsky, Kapainen, and Gervais Chouinard. What we're going to do, it's going to be multiple choice, just like in the Golden Seals episode. Vote for who you want to see stay. You can vote for all 3 if you want, but vote for whatever goalies, 1, 2 of them, or all 3 of them that you want to have stay on this team, okay? Vote for who you want to stay in these polls. But from there, you can decide. The lowest rated, the lowest voted upon guy will be traded if necessary. And for goaltenders, at the very least, we know that that's a thing. So, with Vasilevsky, it's a little bit tough because of the cap, but factor that into your decision, knowing that, hey, it might make more sense to get rid of Vasilevsky. The problem is, we have to make these moves before we get to see just how good Kapainen and Gervais Chouinard are next season. Otherwise, we're going to lose players to free agency, even offer sheets, which might not be ideal. Among defensemen, we'll take one more look here at, and actually here, you know what, let's go back to goalies really quickly. So we have Jani Kapainen, who in the regular season was bad, and in the playoffs was bad. In the AHL, he was pretty good. Last year, he was okay in limited appearances. Actually, in fairness, he wasn't that great. But we have Kapainen, medium starter. I feel like that decision's probably pretty straightforward, but I still want to leave it up to you, because you got to figure Gervais Chouinard is going to have a higher trade value. But he's coming off a great season in the AHL. So if we don't elect to get rid of Vasilevsky, I imagine Kapainen is going to be the lowest rated. I can't imagine anyone's going to be in favor of getting rid of Gervais Chouinard, but again, he does have higher trade value than Kapainen, so maybe it makes sense. Defensively, Provorov won a Norris this season. 56 points. However, in the playoffs, only 9 points. So factor that in. Great regular season, didn't do much in the playoffs, and we are paying him $9 million for another 6 seasons beyond this one. The 7 still counts, so keep that in mind with Provorov. One of Norris, 50-point guy, but do we want to pay him that much? Gertzen, I mean, there's no way he's not coming back, right? After what he just did, there's no way he's not coming back. Only had 12 points in the regular season, but, whoops, let me make sure I hit the right buttons here. But had 7 points in 20 games, including 3 goals in the playoffs. I imagine he's going to be staying. Isaiah Norton's another interesting one, where he's on a 2-year deal after this one. 18 points in the regular season, only had 1 point all postseason long. So, interesting one there, where he's not going to get that much better as a medium elite, but a great former second round pick. Shea Theodore as well, 4 years left at $5.25 million. 26 points in the regular season, so not bad. He's certainly capable of more. Didn't do anything in the playoffs. So, it's kind of a tough one. Rositas as well, still young, still a medium elite. 14 points in the regular season. Only 3 points in the playoffs, but still can't imagine he's going anywhere. And then Eric Bronstrom, 33-point regular season, but didn't... he was okay in the playoffs. He was okay, 10 points. I wouldn't say lived up to his full potential, which, is what we've seen there, but still, he was the best of the group. 2 years left at 3.275. So keep in mind with these guys that between Hatainen, Bobrovsky, Kane, Kolzig, there are guys coming up, and Hatainen, Kane, Kolzig, Lindbergh, and McChesney, they all need new contracts. So... yeah, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and I'm not sure what the poll is going to look like among defensemen. I think what it's going to be is just these main 6. Remember that Eklund was here as well. In fairness, he's down there because of the morale system, so he's about an 80 to an 81. I think it's going to be these main 6, and the lowest rated ones will be guys that I look to move first if I have to. So I'll still use the poll for that basis. And then forward-wise, again, Clausen's big deal kicks in. Mason's deal is already there. But we have Victor Goldobin, who needs to get paid. Cody Glass, Lackey, Dwyer, Fotinos, Roach. We know we can't give the proper amount of ice time to everybody. It did work out this season, but now you have to factor in players like Rizzi and Verbata continuing to develop, and who we have coming up through the minors as well. Fedorov was technically sent down. But it's a bit of a logjam of talent. The main concern here is money, I'd say, more than anything. So forward-wise, I think we'll still have the same vote among the players who competed here in the playoffs. But it's kind of a tough call. I don't know. I'll use the polls for sure. I'll also make sure to factor in your comments and everything. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But for now, on the bright side, just to give you guys a look at the regular season point totals among forwards. So you can look at that in your own time. Just because, man, we've been here for long enough. And then the AHL forwards, although it's not all still the same. So at the very least, for now, we get to focus on our success. In the next episode, that is when we will start to worry about a lot of these things. But we do get to end this episode on a high note. One more time. Say it loud. Say it proud. The Vegas Golden Knights, Stanley Cup champions, mission accomplished. But this series is not done yet, as there is potential for a true dynasty.